Press down towards your heels. And then feeling the difference as you're in this pose, as if you were to press your hands down instead of pushing them away from you. Imagine they're drawing towards you, but still connected to the mat. So you'll feel your shoulder blades spread. Just feel that connection through your shoulders. So we're in child's pose with active arms, so elbows lifting. Okay, and then inhale, come forward to stand at the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Then bend your knees, bring your tummy to your thighs. Take your first two fingers and your thumb, wrap them around your big toe. Relax your head down. Take your elbows out to the side. And then start to lift your hips, so starting to straighten your legs. It doesn't matter if they don't get straight. What we don't want is straight arms, so you're pulling through the upper back. We're actually working on the backs of the legs. So keep the elbows soft, lift up the hips. Squeeze your core, keep trying to keep your chest towards your thighs. Then inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Feel as if you're trying to tip the tailbone up. Touch your hamstrings. And bend your knees. Release your hands, hands to hips. Come up nice and slow. Okay. 3 times Sun Salute A, Surya Namaskar A. So the third one, I'm just going to call the breath. So pay attention, because we're trying to help you learn this, because even if this is all you stand up in the morning and think, I want to do something but I can't remember what I'm meant to do. This is what you do, Sun Salutes. Okay, so standing with your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, your arms up, palms together, look up. Exhale, fold forward, tip your tailbone up. Feel that feeling as if you were just doing that pose before, when you're lifting your hips up. Squeeze your belly towards your thighs. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Look up, straight arms, extending tailbone away from the crown of the head. Exhale, palms down, step back, roll forward into plank. Drop your knees if you need to, otherwise hug the forearms towards you, bend at the elbows, squeeze the outer hips, chaturanga, low press up, and then lower to the mat, or coming into up dog. But if you're in cobra, tops of the feet, pubic bone press down, draw the elbows down towards your waist, looking forward or up. Exhale, lowering back down, tuck your toes under, lifting up the hips, come into down dog. First dog of the day. You can paddle your heels nice and slow, feel through the calves. Make sure your hands are placed well. So index finger points forward, fingers spreading from there, and the weight is more on the index finger and the thumb. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, come forward to halfway lift. Again, flat back, look up. Palms pressing into shins. Exhale, fold. So if you can't reach the mat, no worries. You can bend your knees a little, fingertips down instead of palms, or you can even just hold onto your elbows with straighter legs. And then inhaling, rising up, squeeze the thighs and shins towards each other, lift up through the pelvic floor. Exhale, hands to heart center. Second one, inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Extend, crown the head away from the tailbone. Exhale, palms down, step back. Roll into plank. Lower, low press up, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Down dog, 3 breaths. So really being aware of your breath as the breath is leading. Drawing the breath into the belly, trying to keep your mouth closed if you can. Obviously, if you're going to pass out, do what you need to do. And coming forward, you come light in the hips, which means come up on your toes, and then bend your knees, still sticking the bottom up. Squeeze your core, look forward, come forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, hands up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, you're on your own. So standing at the front of the mat. Inhale, your arms up, palms together. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Palms pressing into shins, flat back. Exhale, hands down on the mat, step back, rolling into plank, lowering to low press up. And then lowering to the mat, inhale to cobra. Tops of the feet, pubic bone pressing in, reaching the chest forward and up. And then exhale, lifting your hips, tuck your toes under, coming up into down dog. Take 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. And inhaling up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step forward to halfway lift, hands to shins, extend the spine, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, lift your tailbone up, squeeze your chest towards your thighs. And then inhaling, rising up, lift up kneecaps, navel to spine, chest up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's a good thing that I can't see you. Hope you did all right. So coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana, lift the left leg, balance for a moment, and then step back. Left foot parallel to the back of the mat, right foot points forward, straight legs, lift up through the thighs. So don't just snap that knee back and hyperextend. You want to lift the kneecap up, take the arms wide, relax your shoulders, looking over the front hand, take the left hip back, feel that lovely stretch through the right inner thigh, reach, reach, reach as far as you can, and then tip top hand, the right hand down, the back of the hand against your shin, not too low, so you can then roll the right rib across the thigh, so you're trying to stack one shoulder above the other. So if you're leaning back, tuck the right buttock under, look up at the top hand. Inhale, lifting up, bend the front knee, step back to the front of the mat. Other side. So this is a mini Ashtanga routine. So lift the right knee, pause for a moment, balance is good. Step the right leg back. So front heel is in line with the instep of the back foot. Straight legs, lift up through the kneecaps. Take the arms wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw them down your back, look over the front hand. Take your right hip back, stretching that left inner thigh. Reach as far as you can as you take the right hip back. Reach, reach, reach. Then tip left hand down, back of the hand against the shin. Reach the right arm up and open. Tuck the left buttock under, look up. Then inhale. Coming up, arms go wide, bend the left knee, step forward to the front of the mat. Parsvakonasana, side angle stretch. Inhale, lift the left knee, balance for a moment, step left foot wide. Same thing, left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Right foot points forward. This time we bend through the right knee. The right knee stays over the right ankle. Feel that lovely stretch. So you've got the thighs are rolling out. So external rotations, lovely stretch through the hips. Take the arms wide. Then bring your left hand to your sacrum. Your right forearm rests on the front knee, but just lightly. And then start to roll the left side of the chest up. Reach the left arm up. Sweep it over your head. So the palm is facing down. Sink the hips. Keep the right knee directly above the right ankle. Side angle stretch. Reach through the little toe on the left foot and the fingers in the top hand. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the knees, step to the front of the mat. Other side, so inhaling, lift the right knee. Balance for a moment, step the right foot back. Parsvakonasana, side angle, left side. So bend through the left knee. Right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Take your arms wide. Bring the right hand to your sacrum. This is because it's twisting, so we're protecting the lower back. Bring the left forearm to the thigh with the palm facing up, just lightly resting there. Don't sink heavily onto it. Sink your hips. Roll the right side of the ribs open. Sweep the top arm up and over. Feel that side stretch. Press into the right little toe. Reach through the top hand. Roll the rib cage up. So you're looking up under your armpit. Keep sinking your hips. Inhale. Coming up. Bend the front knee. Step back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg, balance for a moment, step the left foot wide. So now we want, go as wide is good. It makes it a little bit easier because we're going to fold forward. And then you want to have the outer edges of your feet parallel. So you're slightly turning the feet in. This is Padottanasana or Prasarita Padottanasana. So wide legs forward fold, hands to hips. Lift up your kneecaps. Squeeze your ankles towards each other. Feel the pelvic floor lift. Draw your navel towards your spine. Lift your chest. And I'll show you sideways. So we're trying not to take the bottom back too far. So you're trying to lift up your chest, squeeze your core, hands on the bony part of your hips, and sort of turn them like taps. So you're rolling the pelvis forward, tip the tailbone up. If you can, you're going to bring your fingertips down. You might need a block to press into, that might help you. But if you can, your palms will be on the mat, and then you want to slide your fingertips back so they're in line with your toes. But it doesn't matter if they're more further forward, just as long as you feel this tipping the pelvis up. Feeling that stretch in the thighs. Hug the elbows towards each other. So forearms should be parallel. Relax the crown of your head. Bring your weight towards the balls of your feet. This pose is actually, if you had flexibility, you'd have the crown of your head on the mat. I don't have that in my hips. We're all too active. Western hips, but anyway, it's the direction that you feel as you tip your tailbone up, how it's working through the legs, stretching, strengthening, and then inhale, lift up, walk your fingertips in front of you, extend your chest, lift the kneecaps up, tip the tailbone up, stretch, and then bend your knees and heel toe to walk your feet together, hands to hips. Squeeze the thighs, lifting up. Then we're going to do figure 4. So this is great for stretching the outer hips, building strength in the thighs. Feet hip distance apart. Lift your chest, hands to hips. Take your center of gravity over your right leg, and then inhale, lift your left knee, and then flex the left ankle. cross the ankle across the top of the left knee, the right knee, and then sit down. Sideways. So you want to stick your bottom up and draw it back a little, trying to draw your chest down towards towards the mat. Really pressing through the outer hip. It's the sticking the bottom up, so tailbone up, but reaching the chest forward. Squeeze your core. And this is balance, obviously, which is brilliant for the lower leg, building strength in the ankle and the calf, shin. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Other side. Center of gravity. Face you. Center of gravity going over the left leg. You can pick a gaze point, fixed point in front of you to help lift the opposite knee, flex the ankle, place it across the left knee, and then sit down and stick your bottom up. Reach your chest forward, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Try not to grip with the standing leg toes. And wherever you are at with this one, it's just a hip rotation and a stretch through the glutes, and I say just, but you might find that your knee's like a cricket, it's just sticking up, or you can't get the angle of the shin. That comes with time, so don't get yourself stressed about it. Inhale, come up, release. Come back to the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale to chair pose. So you're going to bring the arms forward and up, sink the hips, then gaze down, draw your knees back a little so you can see your toes. And you want to have a neutral spine, so don't stick your bottom up, don't tuck it right under. You want to find neutral, flat back, draw your arms up so they're either side of your ears, and then look up at your thumbs. If that's too much, you can have the arms just straight forward. But if when the fingertips reach away, you want to plug the arm bones in, which draws the shoulder blades down your back. And then exhale, fold forward. We're going to take a vinyasa. So this is a little mini sun salute. So palms down, step back, roll forward into plank. Lower through chaturanga, low press up. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, come to down dog. And inhaling, lift the right leg up, lower the left heel. Three-legged dog. And then roll into plank, right knee to nose, place the right foot between your hands. Coming up into warrior one. So we place feet to hip distance apart. The left foot is pointing slightly forward with the heel down. Hands to hips, sink through the right knee, and then revolve. Draw the left side of the hip forward, the right hip back, so your hips are level to the front of the mat. Bring your arms up, palms together. You can have James Bond fingers, clasp the hand with the index finger up, if that helps to straighten the arms. Look up. And inhale. Release the arms, step forward. Normally we do this rotating, so you face the back of the mat in Ashtanga, but this is so you can all look at your screen. So now the other side. So we're going to take, so it's warrior one, left side. Take the right foot back, toes point forward and to the side. Sink through the left knee, level the hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, bring your arms up, palms together, straight arms, look up, feel that upper back curl as you sink your hips. And then release the arms, inhale, step back to the front of the mat. Warrior two, inhale, lift the left knee, step the left foot back. Warrior two is now right foot points forward. The heel is in line with the instep of the back foot, which is parallel to the back of the mat. nice and wide, so you feel the stretch as you sink through. Bent right knee, get the right knee above the right ankle, and you're trying to get your thigh parallel. You might be like this, but if you can be like this, you'll really feel this stretch and strengthening in the thighs. Take your arms wide. So now shoulders stacked over hips, facing the side of the mat. Squeeze your glutes gently. Look over your front hand. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. One more breath. Then inhale, step forward. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right knee. So it's warrior two on the left side. Take the right foot back, nice and far. Right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Left foot points forward. Sink through the left knee. Take your arms wide, and then you're turning to the side. So you really feel it's the right leg is rolling inwards, interior rotation. The left thigh is turning, the thigh is rolling out. So feel this hip opening. Shoulders stacked above hips. Relax your shoulders. Look over your front hand. Sink your hips, but lift up through the back thigh. So really feel that lift through the kneecap, strong through the back thigh. Inhale. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. And then come to sit. That's a little mini version of Ashtanga, which is a very hot, sweaty version of yoga, that's what I trained in, but it's not ideal for Western bodies, but it's really fun. Okay, sit nice and tall, regain your breath, hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.